Hello and welcome to the Overly Animated Podcast, where we take animation seriously. We talk everything animation here, including Miraculous Ladybug, which we'll be getting into right now. I'm Dylan Hysen, and today I'm joined by Delaney Stovall.
Hey, y'all.
And Andy Potter.
Hello.
Today, Delaney, Andy, and I are back to talk Miraculous Ladybug Season 2, this time Episode 8, The Dark Owl, that aired in France.
Woohoo.
Woohoo, yep. There you go. That's the correct reaction. Dark Owl aired France and Spain, I believe, to this point. And who knows when Netflix release will be in the United States. But we're talking.
Oh my god, I forgot we're waiting for that.
Yeah, they pushed it back. Apparently, it's coming in spring, but I don't trust that.
Sounds fake.
Yeah, it does sound fake. We talk Miraculous Ladybug every week that it's new, wherever it premieres here on the Overly Animated Podcast. You can find us at overlyanimated.com or search for Overly Animated Miraculous Ladybug to subscribe on iTunes or YouTube to not miss any of our future Miraculous Ladybug podcasts. If you're looking for the episode, I recommend going to miraculoussubs.tumblr.com or to the Miraculous Ladybug subreddit. Those are your best bets. We all watched this in French, I believe, but it did actually premiere in Spanish. So it's possible a lot of people listening saw the Spanish version first, which is kind of random. But yeah, so let's spoilers for this episode. The Dark Owl and all previous Miraculous Ladybug episodes. Delaney, what did you think?
Oh my god, this episode was really great. This episode's totally campy Batman, which I was raised on campy Batman, like the '60s Adam West Batman. So I was like, what the heck's going on with like the principal? And then I was like, oh, this is too good. And then it got even better, and it got really dramatic. He became a really cool villain. And then it got so intense. I knew they were gonna use the fake miraculouses at some point, but they got me going. They're like, let's close our eyes. I was like, oh my god, this is really great, and then it really made me mad at the same time. And then it was so ridiculous. And then I like how Plog gasps, shut up, you're so annoying. And they share a macaroon or something, they're ridiculous. And it was just great. And and then of course Hawk Moth gets super ticked. And that's honestly probably one of the best things Hawk Moth said. He just gets so mad. He thinks he won, he starts ranting, and then it's broken. It's so good. So I really like this episode. There's a lot going for it. Alia's in it. This episode's great. Alia was a cardboard villain, and she was like, do I have to wear this? All of it was great. This was a fabulous, fabulous episode.
Yeah. I saw spoilers for this when it initially aired in Spain. I was like, Delaney's gonna be so mad because they had the biggest identity fake out ever,
ever in the history of the world. And I'm like, are you serious?
People were really hype about it. Yeah, okay, we'll get more into it. Andy, what did you think of the Dark Owl?
I really liked it too. I really think this, the villain was great. This was probably one of my favorite villains they've done so far, and it really makes me wish that these villains weren't just one-off things. I would love to see some of these villains come back and do things it feels like Dark Owl could come up with more cool plans like this, because it was a fun plan with quote-unquote campy stakes. But I mean, it was really campy. I loved it a lot. And I thought I was going to hate the scene where they closed their eyes and stuff, but I thought it was actually done well, and it gives me actual hope that we're actually going to address this season now. I think we're actually going to address it. But I'm also
the identities?
Yes, I think we're going to do it.
Wait, what makes you think that from this episode?
Because we came closer than ever yet, Dylan. This is the closest we've come, okay?
We can't.
And Plog and Tiki know, right?
Right, we actually do have movement. We'll talk about that. But yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. This is really good. This episode made me think, since when is this show actually very good? Because, we've been saying this for the rest of season 2, but I think Ladybug's genuinely gone from kind of mediocre in season 1. It did have good episodes, but it was overall kind of mediocre. But we liked it anyway. To it's actually a really good show now. We kind of just skipped good but not great, and I think we're right on very good, because
it's magical.
This is just another, this is all we wanted from season 2. We don't even have to add in all the superheroes and stuff. I'm kind of worried that we're going to ruin the good thing we have going now.
Right? It's going to be too much.
Yeah. because this is like eighth good episode in a row. And this is maybe even the best one yet. I mean, the end. There's like two sequences towards the end of this episode that are just thrilling. The take off, close your eyes and de-transform. It was like I'd even seen what was happening, and it was like still thrilling. I forgot, and it was incredible. That sequence was just it was so wonderfully executed, and it just shows you what you can accomplish when you build up audience's emotional attachment to characters so much. Like everything they're doing now is just hitting. So it's not like they're doing anything super revolutionary, but we're so attached to Ladybug and Cat, so everything they're doing is working. And then also the sequence with Marinette, he gets the earring and then she starts de-transforming at the end. I thought that was
freaked out.
Yeah.
Like flipped. I was like, oh my god. Like I lost my mind, and I was about to die. Like I couldn't handle it.
Yeah, I think that was also stunningly good. Both were just.
It was
so
also like
well
visually
made.
incredible.
Yeah,
that whole scene was like amazing.
Right, like neither of them even stand out that much in terms of the writing. It's like the storyboarding and direction on those scenes were so incredible. I'm super impressed. I wasn't even into it in the first 5 minutes. We have like an extended 5-minute intro with the principal being stupid, and I was like, okay, this is what can we spend time doing better things? And then we do spend time doing better things, so it was fine. But yeah, overall, just another great episode, and this is like maybe like the most dramatic and thrilling I think the show has been.
I mean, considering we went from like the stupid episode with like the dinosaur and you're like, he didn't die, like this is so stupid, or Marinette didn't get eaten, like whatever, to this being like, oh my god, like that was pretty, like it's pretty amazing, like how far we've come. Yeah,
they're still like doing like near reveals, near death stuff, but their execution has just gotten so much better. I think that's a good example. Yeah. Okay, we got to start with talking about this the close your eyes and de-transform sequence. I mean, this is what everyone's talking about. all the screen caps of them. They trust each other, I guess, enough to do this Marinette's plan, and they take off. I'm not 100% clear on why we're de-transforming and stuff and the logic behind all of it.
Well, I was really confused, but I think it was like to just sell it.
No. They did it because they needed Cat's cataclysm again. And they needed
that makes
Ladybug's
sense.
Right.
I remembered that too, because I was like, oh, they just reset and that just made everything better. Like, that was
I guess that's why. Yeah, it's probably mostly just to sell. But yeah, they do need to cataclysm and Lucky Charm twice.
Yeah, that was it.
But yeah, either way, just it's incredible, and you're like, what's going on? You're freaking out there. They're de-transforming, and it's like this. I
get so lit every time I hear a transform-moi. I'm like, oh my god! Like every time, like it's so
I get so lit every time I hear a transform-moi. Delaney,
every time. Delaney 2K17. That's what happens.
Yeah,
I get so lit.
Yeah, I agree. It's great. And what were you thinking, Delaney, as it happened? Were you like, it's happening, or were you like, I'm not buying it?
Oh no, I was like, it's not happening. Like I knew it wasn't. Like like when they're like, close your eyes, I was just like, I hate y'all, but I was also like living for it. I was like, this is so good. And then like when she's like trying to get his ring, I was like, oh my god. I was like, this is so cute. Like they're so cute. And then I mean, honestly, the best part was Plog like gasping. Like it was like, you're so stupid. Like I hate you. And then Tiki, like, it was just great.
Tiki understands Plog. Yeah, and the second
Tiki's not stupid, unlike Plog.
Yeah. Andy, were you buying it at all?
Oh no, I knew immediately what was happening. Like, we're not doing it this episode. But I think this is planting seeds for the future, because now we know that for a fact that Tiki and Plage they know what's going on right now.
Yeah, that's the actual plot development, is that Tiki and Plog now know who each other are. It's possible they knew already. I'm not 100% clear on whether yeah, the show's kind of been a little, because they're clear there's some communication via the old guy, but the Master Fu, but
the old guy.
Presumably they don't know. But anyway, they know each other's identities. Will there be any ramifications from this, Delaney?
I don't know. Like, I'm in one way we could go is like Marinette like asking Tiki, but like Lady, like she's not going to, like she, like, you know, as much as they want to know they can't know.
Yeah. Marinette does know Tiki knows though, so she could ask her, but be like, "Don't tell me," but like, "Tell me," but like, or Tiki could like tease her if Tiki wants to be really evil.
I'd be okay with that. That'd be funny.
Yeah.
I wonder if the show's going to remember that this happened. Like, as much as we've been doing big things, we haven't necessarily had ramifications on the exact next episode.
I could see there being like an episode where there's kind of like there's like a montage of flashes of how close they've come to like reveal it, like figuring out who they are, and then like it happens.
Yeah. Yeah, it's possible. Because like even though we've had the creator Thomas Ostrich said no filler episodes this season. I think that's been true. I think each episode they've done something interesting. But that being said, I don't really think we built on the previous ones. Like because some of these are still airing out of order. Like we still have that problem where it's not really a sequential show. But I would love if this was part of the Marinette Tiki dynamic. Now
I feel like before we can have new heroes, we have to have this. Like they have to know who each other. Like before
they have to have the reveal.
Yeah,
I feel like this is a change from your thinking from before. You thought I think you said before is never going to happen. What's made you think it's going to happen sooner?
I don't know. Like I think it because like they keep teasing us, and they're teasing us more than like it's not just the general whatever. Like I mean, this was a big deal. And I just feel like, especially like Hogmoth, like he's gotten really close to getting the Miraculouses, and I feel like either he's going to get them, or like there's just going to be a point where like they have to reveal like who they are, like it's just going to happen, or it happens on accident. And especially we've had more emphasis on like their time's running out, and like they're going to detransform, so that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
everything feels like this season, like what they have other than just plot movement, which we've had some plot movement. Obviously, it's not been like a lot, but like in comparison to season 1, it's a ton. But it's not just that. Like season 2 has a sense of urgency that season 1 never had. So I feel like that's part of it too.
Well, we have a Chekhov's gun now, which is the wish from the Miraculouses. So somebody's going to make a wish, and they're not going to have the Miraculouses for some.
You think that's a Chekhov's gun? I don't know about that. That's
I know. No, I didn't
giving
think
the show a lot of credit.
No. I didn't think it was.
So yeah, the Chekhov's gun being they establish something and it has to pay off at some point. Like
okay.
Do they say the Miraculouses can be combined to make a wish? So Andy's saying that's actually going to happen at some point. The wish will be fulfilled because they established that earlier this season.
I didn't think it was a Chekhov's gun until we saw Hawkmoth specifically mention it for a second time. Once you have a character mention something we've learned again like that, like, and it's not Ruby. If it's not Ruby,
Ruby,
you can plot wise. There has to be a reason why we're continuing to harp on this plot point. Like, I think it's gonna come back.
Also, he said change the past. Like, whoa.
Yeah.
Bro.
Right. Okay. Whoa. So let's talk. That's the other big headline. I think that it wasn't establishing it so that they'll pay it off. I think it was to the ends that we got more about Hawkmoth's motivations. I think that's what Delaney said. So, the big potential movement in terms of Gabriel is that he says he establishes, we learn that he knows that if you get both of them, that you can have this reality changing power, which we learned a few episodes ago. But he knows that, and that's why he wants it. And he says he wants to erase the past. So this is new information. Interesting. We'd speculated before that maybe Gabriel wants the Miraculouses and the reality changing power in order to potentially bring his wife back to life.
I'm curious if this is a translation error or just like a language thing, because he didn't say change the past. He said erase the past, which is a little bit different.
Yeah, he said erase the past in the Miraculous Subs version, which is the good translation. So I'd assume that's what he's actually saying. And that is interesting, because change the past would definitely indicate the wife back to life thing.
Yeah.
Erase the past.
Yeah. That could destroy, depending, that he could be trying to unravel the whole the fact that there are Miraculouses.
Yeah, okay. That's true. That would fit with that. I don't know why he'd want to do that, but
I don't understand either.
Yeah. But I don't know. We don't know anything else about Gabriel that he'd want to erase. Erase Adrian's existence. That's not good.
Man, that's.
But I don't think he's anti-Adrian. I just think he wants.
No, I think the show has made it very clear that he does love Adrian. Yeah. He cares about him a lot.
Yeah. So we don't. I still think the leading theory is something to do with Adrian's mom.
Right. I mean, I think that's the only thing we have. It's the only straw we have.
It's possible that he did something that made her run away, and he wants to erase that action that he took. He regrets that. Him being so zealous in pursuing the I don't know the sequence on did she run away first or did he start pursuing the miraculous stuff first, but maybe like he focused too much on something else, and he drove her away, because we also still think that she's probably alive, but yeah. It needs to be something more specific than she's just alive but not here, because if he needs reality changing power. Like, you don't need reality changing power to bring her back if she's just like a country away. So,
right.
Yeah. I'm assuming she's dead. Like or like gone superhero wise. Like you can
typically reality changing has to do with like life and death in these shows.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, it could be like she's in a weird dimension because it's superhero shows. Like, they do weird stuff.
Yeah, the show hasn't done anything with that yet. But yeah, that would also fit into reality.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was good. I'm glad that we're slowly giving more information on Gabriel's motivations here. Like that's another big thing that the episode accomplishes. Yeah, but we got the identities. I don't know if we're doing that. I guess I can talk about this now. I think this episode hinted at an identity reveal, but not the identity reveal. I think that we showed Marinette and Adrian twice lying to Alia and Nino about what they had to do after school. I didn't even catch it the first time that they were lying because they had to be Cat and Ladybug. Maybe I was just being dumb, but it wasn't until the second time that I understood.
No, I didn't get it either because I just thought they're actually busy. And then, of course, it's because they have to keep babysitting Mr. Damocles.
Yeah.
And more generally, they have their superhero duties. And this was really, I can't remember a time when the show had so specifically shown Marinette and Adrian lying about what they're doing while they're, like, we had one episode, I think, in season 1 where it's like Marinette doesn't have enough time to do everything. I kind of remember that.
Well, and then we just had one about like the babysitting, and she like lies to Alia.
Yeah, we had the babysitting one too. Yeah.
Are you saying, Dylan, that we're heading towards a point where we're gonna have Alia and Marinette know who each other are as superheroes, and we have a point where, but they don't know who like Adrian and Nino are as superheroes? Like we're gonna have two teams.
Yeah, correct. I think
that's gonna be horrible. It's even worse.
No, I think that's a lot better because I need Alia to know.
Yeah, I think that those two, like, why show that a second time? It was good to show it a second time because it hammered to the audience what they were talking about. But I also think it's potentially hinting about Marinette telling Alia who she is.
Well, they actually mentioned it 3 times, so I think that even because they mentioned it at the very end of the episode.
And at the end, Alia was like, "Look what happened to me when you weren't here." Yeah, so they just were really hammering on that. And
please, this is what I want for Christmas. Please.
Whether it's pre or post Alia being a superhero, like I think that I think season 2 Alia knows. Like I think that's clear for me. That's the number one that I'm most sure of.
I think I'm on the train of it's going to be like concurrent. Like I think that Marinette's going to see Alia get her powers in some way, get her miraculous, and just be like, "Oh, hey, Alia."
Right? Yeah, that would be the thing that makes most sense if it goes along with Alia becoming the fox.
Well, I feel like Marinette has to be a part of that. Like.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like what is going to happen is, like, something awful has to happen because, like, why else are we going to have a bajillion superheroes in Paris?
Yeah.
And then Master Fu is going to give them, be like, here, you're the heroes, you're going to have to work with these people, and I trust your judgment. Go and find, like, your ally.
Yeah, they'll each get one to pick a sidekick or whatever.
Right, and then, like, Chloe's just going to happen, and they're going to be like, oh.
Yeah, it's interesting because we think Chloe's first, but we don't really know. But yeah, so how Chloe fits in is interesting. But I definitely see the scenario after this episode. And, it could just be them doing one angle and the next episode they'll do a different angle. But I found those 2 scenes to say, Marinette and Alia will know, and then separately Adrian and Nino will know about each other. And then,
I'd be okay with that.
I like that prediction. I didn't catch on to that, but I think
that's kind of what we'd already said a little bit. I feel like if Marinette and Adrian know this season, that would be more surprising.
It would honestly hurt me more if, like, Alia and Nino become heroes and no one knows. Like, I would rather trade. Like, I want the big reveal, but, like, I would rather have that so I don't die.
Yeah. I don't think the show is just capable of tracking that much information. Like, if there's 5 independent people, that's
just too much. And, like, especially because, like, how the heck are you going to coordinate all of that? Like, that's just going to be insane.
And that also means we still keep with the same normal A-B plot that we've been having of Adrian and Marinette. Like, we don't get to have to change that as much.
Right, and you can't just shift the focus to like Nino's not even a character. That
Yeah.
how we're getting to that point is tough because he really hasn't had anything to do this season.
But like you said, we're emphasizing that he is Adrian's friend here.
Yeah, so we saw him be Adrian's friend, so that was good. Okay, back to I thought that was a notable part of the episode, and we mentioned at the end, so the Alia stuff, we had Alia being a cardboard girl. It was and that didn't really pay. It didn't really do anything with it, but
it was great.
They just instantly go to Alia for help. I found it notable in this episode who both Ladybug and Cat, as Ladybug and Cat, know who each other knows, which civilians they know. Like,
right.
They both know who Alia is, and they also know who Mr. Damocles is, which I found weird.
They have to know. They have to know. They're in the same class. Like, they're killing me.
Why does Cat says to Ladybug it's Mr. Damocles. Why does he think that Marinette knows that as Ladybug? Like, he doesn't know it's Marinette. He doesn't know she's in
she's already said Mr. I think she said Mr. Damocles.
They probably said it at some
Either way,
point.
they're both dumb. It doesn't matter.
Obviously.
It's confusing me who
they're dumb.
They're dumb. It's confusing me who they know and don't know, and they know who each other knows, but it must be like, how do they keep track? You know, it's they definitely know who Alia is, and we had that earlier with the Prime Queen episode. So like they know Alia, so it kind of makes sense that they go to Alia. And it did. I don't know why Kat didn't question it more originally, why Marinette knows Alia, but you know, and they know Mr. Damocles. Yeah, there's too much like I said, there's too much information to track here. Like it seems like something has to change here. But yeah, I found the Mr. Damocles stuff weird. Like, why do they both know each other knows who he is? Anyway. But yeah, they have, Alia as cardboard girl. And then at the end, Marinette and Alia hanging out, I think in Alia's room. And they're playing video games. And, then Alia starts tickling Marinette, or is it the other way around?
Yes. Yeah, that's what
Alia
happened.
and it's really cute. And I was like, yay.
Yeah, they're great.
Also, speaking of Alia's room, she had like a Captain Marvel poster, which was pretty cool.
Okay, that's good. I like that. Yeah,
she had like little figurines of Cat and Ladybug, but then behind it was this huge poster of Captain Marvel, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, I think we'd maybe established that before, that Ladybug and Cat exist in the pantheon of fictional superheroes in that world, except they're real. So that's kind of, it's confusing.
It's very confusing, but whatever.
Yeah. We talked about also Batman, how this whole episode's just a Batman homage.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Did we actually have one of those transitions with like the mask going into the screen?
I think we did,
multiple times.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and we had like the signal, and we have the butler assistant. Yeah.
It's great. Yeah. And we actually had a comic book.
Yeah, and he had a comic book. So, how can she Lucky Charm out a comic book for a fake hero?
Who knows?
Because she can Lucky Charm anything.
I thought she could only Lucky Charm real things. Isn't this a fictional thing?
No, I'm assuming that he's the owl based off a comic book.
Okay. That's not the impression I got, but that would make more sense with she manifesting a comic book.
Oh no, that's what I thought it was. Is that like it's based off like?
I thought he made it up, and this was a fake superhero.
I think it's like an actual superhero.
Yeah, because the comic book reveals that he is an assistant, except it's a real butler in the comic, and he's
that's why I think it's based off like a real superhero.
Yeah. Okay.
That makes more sense.
We're not clear about that.
Also, this is like a super common, like every time anyone makes fun of Batman, it's the owl. Like we also had this in Fairly Odd Parents with the Adam West character.
That's true. Yeah.
Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah. So that's maybe a Fairly Odd Parents reference too, potentially. One other thing, we talked about this a little bit, that this episode does a lot of weird things with its typical superhero stuff. Like we have Lucky Charm twice, Cataclysm twice. We have Cataclysm twice, and they don't show the Cataclysm sequence either time.
Right.
Which it was very notable. Apparently we did that in Despair Bear earlier this season. I already forgot, but I thought that was the first time we did know.
I'm okay with us not recycling animation.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah. Shout outs to the Miraculous Ladybug Wikia. Third instance, Cat Noir uses Cataclysm twice. And then this is the fourth time Ladybug uses Lucky Charm twice. I did not remember any of them previously.
No.
But they're all in season 1.
But is this the first time that they did it in the same, like, fight? Like, this is probably the closest.
That's probably because, like, usually, like, we've had episodes where, like you have like the fake out villain, and then you have the actual villain, because there's a lot of episodes
Yeah.
we've started off they're doing something and then like
Okay.
you have the actual plot. So I feel like that's probably an example, because like they transform multiple times in episodes all the time, but this
Yeah.
is probably the first time it's like the same fight.
Yeah, that makes more sense to me. Yeah, because they de-transform like forcibly to reset the thing. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because they I didn't remember. This seems unique to me though. Doing it within the sequence of the same Akuma and stuff. Yeah, so we had a lot of that type of stuff, and I thought mostly. What do we think of the Lucky Charms? So I don't even remember what the first one was. The second one
A pen.
is a pen to do. Oh yeah, she like blacked out the screen
Right.
so they could do that. Yeah. So that was good, and then we had her Rube Goldberging machining.
That was
in the
really
office.
great. That was like the most like that was like the longest sequence of her figuring out what to do. So I appreciated that.
And it was like split second. It was actually one of the first times like, oh, this is actually a pretty cool power she has. Because most of the time it's like, why do you specifically need a belt? Whatever, and like three random objects. But this was like actually like really cool the way she used it.
I'm surprised we haven't. I'm surprised we haven't done a Rube Goldberg machine before, because it's kind of what this is for, like Lucky Charm. Yeah, that paid off really well, and it was like, and then it almost de-transform as
Flipping out. That was amazing. Oh my god,
it was really cool.
Yeah. What haven't we talked about here? So, I want to randomly. So let's talk about Tiki and Plog more, because we had. But apparently, according to the Wikia, they don't even talk this episode. But this is a big episode for Tiki, even if I guess she doesn't say anything. So they see who each other are, and then they're sharing a pastry of some sort. And are they just going to be friends now? Is this a thing?
I'm okay with it, honestly.
Yeah,
maybe Tiki can make Plog like Lustum.
Yeah. My thing is, how's Plog going to keep this secret from Adrian? Because Plog is
he's
very
so stupid.
Yeah.
He can't do it. Like, that's what I was thinking. Because I was like, Plog would like literally just say something because he's so dumb.
I don't think Plog really cares though. He probably doesn't even know Marinette's name.
That's the thing. That's my thing. Like, he's really stupid, but like he doesn't care.
That's true. I don't think he knows who Marinette is. There's no reason he'd know. Like,
I just ripped it out of my ear. Whoops.
Oh, yeah. So very passionate about Plog.
Yes, I'm very passionate about how stupid he is.
How stupid Plog. No, I don't think we had cheese this episode. So
that was good. I was also, he wasn't eating cheese. Like, he had a pastry. I was like, good for you. Branching out. Also, Tiki was dancing in this episode.
Yeah, that was the weirdest thing. Tiki was watching a music video and dancing to it.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
It was very weird. I'm still afraid of Tiki, but
I was waiting for the update. I was like, is Dylan still terrified of Tiki?
I was still very afraid of Tiki. Yeah, Tiki. I don't know if she was into the girl on the screen, or are we having Tiki's gay now? Is this?
She was mimicking her dance. That's what she was doing.
It was apparently this is Laura Morano in the music video. I'm only learning this from the Wikia. Yeah, so she's actually going to be a character in the show. They're making real people characters. We forgot about this from the preseason.
Oh right.
But yeah, this is the first instance of Laura Morano in the Miraculous Ladybug world. She's in the music video.
Amazing.
Yeah, and that freaked me out. I was very confused at that point of the episode why Tiki was, and Tiki was like helping Marinette make the stuff too.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess she was being sweet, but yeah.
Yes.
I guess I'm still afraid. How's Tiki going to react to all these heroes? I think evil Tiki is what we're going towards now. We talked about Mr. Damocles as the owl in the beginning. Any notable things from just ooh. Yeah.
And he like dabs.
Oh my god!
Is he actually dabbing?
I don't know. He's doing something. And I'm like, what?
I will say though that this sequence brings with it the most stupid that they've done in the show, and they've done a lot of stupid news updates, which is it's the city caring about Owlman's identity. It's like, so there are people in Paris that care more about who this stupid old man in an outfit is than care about who Ladybug and Cat are. Like, I don't believe that. Whoever like cares more about that is just stupid.
I think their news is just covering everything Ladybug and Cat do, including helping stupid owl guy.
I guess.
Which I'm surprised they're not sick of news reports on them. But yeah, it was weird. And yeah, we
had like the end where like he is a hero, but like,
he does think literally anyone else can do.
Yeah, he's just doing good things now. So that's the conclusion. It's not about him being here. It's about helping people. Yeah, it was good. We had he's like the trending at the bottom of social media or something.
Right.
Yeah.
He's like the loser, and it was like, oh,
the week. Yeah. What do we think of just him as the villain, the Dark Owl? I agree with earlier statement about him being like actually a good villain. He was actually very threatening.
Yes, his character design was cool, and like he had cool gadgets. I really liked like his stupid like owl grappling hook that wouldn't work. Like that was pretty good.
And then it ties them together, and then when he's actually an owl, when he's actually Dark Owl, and then they're like near each other. That was your shipping moment of the the episode. Yeah, Kat was into it, and Ladybug's not into it.
Ladybug's like no,
as per usual. Possible at one point Kat was trying to kiss her. It
that's what I thought, but I wasn't sure.
It moves too fast. The big villain innovation with Dark Owl is the thought of maybe I don't have to leave my Kwame near me, the object.
Right.
It's in a remote location. Yeah. Why didn't anyone think of this before? Can we just do this every time now? Just don't have it on you.
I thought that was really cool. It was when the moment like it took over the computer, I was like worried that it was gonna be his computer program was like the like evil guy. I'm like, why is this thing happening? Then it went to him. I'm like, oh, this is really cool because now he can just go wherever. He's just a villain going wherever. I don't know why Hawkmoth doesn't just do this all the time, but I don't know why Hawkmoth does anything really.
That's fair.
Yeah, I don't know if this is up to Hawkmoth or the
well, it's just kind of the random like nature of like how it
what
works.
Gets
I guess
acclimatized. Yeah, but yeah, that was a great moment learning that it's at the computer still at home. I thought he just brought it with him and that it was at the stadium somewhere. Just plugged it in somewhere at a seat, but yeah, no, it was back at the office. That worked really well.
Yes, and like that chase scene was great.
Yeah. Oh, before the close your eyes detransform sequence, we have they're stuck in the thing, and then it's like whipped cream filling up.
Yeah.
And so also his big plan was he was going to drop a bus of animals onto a kitten.
Oh my god!
Under a rigged Eiffel Tower.
The Eiffel Tower had to be involved somehow. So.
See, the thing is, this show understands it because I completely bought that this was real. It was
like, yeah, this is typical Miraculous Ladybug.
This is gonna happen, and I was really worried for the kitten.
Yeah, it ends up being a hologram, but I think this is a good parody of itself. Just it's like the Eiffel Tower is just rigged with
It was amazing.
Yeah, but it was just it was a hologram, and I thought that all worked really well. I don't know why it was whipped cream filling up that box that they were in, but that was interesting. Yeah, it
was probably something from his comic book,
which I guess is a real thing.
I guess.
Yeah. What do we think of Marinette's fake Miraculouses? So what is this from a previous episode, or is this?
Oh no, this is from. They had it. She made them.
She made them for the tricking him earlier. Yeah.
Because they made such a big deal out of it that I was like, this has to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true. Okay. So, that was good. And then they send them off. Other notable thing is that one of Marinette's earrings comes off at the end, and that's enough to like detransform her.
Well, I think it's only ever been one of them that really does it, hasn't it? Like she has two, but I think that's just like for symmetry's sake. Right.
I think only one of them actually has Tiki in them.
Yeah,
I never really thought about that before. Yeah, that's getting into the earrings. Okay, and the last notable thing is at the end with Kat and Ladybug, and Kat says more time for us. Want to go see a movie? And Marinette says no, I have to go spend time with my friend.
Yay!
Okay, yes, but did she seem more? She didn't seem disgusted by the thought.
No, she did not. She did not immediately want to kick him in the face. So that was some progression there.
Yeah,
I think she might have actually gone to the movie if she didn't have to go see Alia.
Yeah, I think they would have maybe gone to see a movie, but like how? Like they can't go see a movie like as themselves. Like,
but
they let them in. They
let them in
as like Kat and Ladybug. Yeah,
but they'd be like sitting in the movie and like the timers would go off and like, oh no, I've got to go. It's like
gotta go to the bathroom.
Guys, think this through.
Yeah, that's true. Movie, not that.
Or it's dark and they like de-transform.
Ooh, and they're like cold hands. But
look, I just wrote a fanfic. Go write it, guys.
Yeah, go. There you go. There's a Lady Noir fanfic. Yeah, that's a good fanfic. The movie is a good thing because it's dark out. Yeah. Okay, but we're progressing the Marinette starting to maybe be receptive to liking Kat romantically.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's been going on for like a couple episodes now.
Yes, it has. I think this is a genuine arc. We've been on the Adrian liking Marinette And that's been more and more of a thing even since last season. But I also think we're simultaneously doing the Marinette starting to be receptive towards Kat romantically. Yeah. I think it's like a clear choice to display it at the end of the episode. So that also gives you hope that we're going towards an identity reveal, because if both are happening at once, then it would make sense if they like converged at the same time.
If if one of those pairings kiss and they don't know, I don't know if that makes me more mad or less. I'm not sure.
Just one of them's gonna happen, and and the other three won't happen. Yep. So yeah, well, we still want to do the Marinette Adrian dating arc, but I think that the Marinette liking Kat thing is more of an indication that it's just all gonna happen at once, because it's not like when we were just progressing the Adrian thing, that made more sense to just work towards Marinette and Adrian, but we're also progressing Ladybug and Kat. So that'll be interesting to track. But yeah, we're 8 episodes through, 26 episode season. When are the heroes going to happen? When are any potential big reveals going to happen? Like, I'm wondering how long the status quo is going to last, and not clear yet, I think. So interested to see that. Delaney, final thoughts, on the episode, or anything else you want to talk about here?
I just really like the episode. I think it was really good, and like it just has like the best elements. Like Alia's in it, and like Marinette's relationship with Alia, and like a really cool villain, and it was just really good. I just really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Andy?
I really like this episode, and I'm upset that Adrian is the only person to say that like he's against cats for some reason. Like, yeah, this guy hates cats, and I don't like it. He's just like killing cats.
Adrian was offended, yeah.
Yeah, he was very offended, and I'm like, yeah, you should be, Adrian. They were like specifically black cats too. There was a panther and like a black little kitten.
Yeah, anti-cat, because he was a bird. Yeah, anti-cat. Okay, so yeah, I just very good episode. The show has been very hype, very exciting, and just even more fun to watch. So very interested to see where we're going here. Dark Owl, one of the best episodes of the show, along with basically all of season 2, is at the top. So that's good. Next week we do have another French episode next week, Glaciator. So we'll see what's up with that. And still no Queen B trilogy arc yet. We're waiting for that. No Troublemaker, no B trilogy arc. We feel like those are coming soon. But Glaciator next week. We'll be covering it here at the Overly Animated Podcast. Find us at overlyanimated.com to not miss any of that. And subscribe on YouTube or iTunes to see our future podcasts. Ladybug nominated for 2 OVAs, our Animation TV Awards, for visuals, which I think that is like one of the high points of the show, and is only getting better. This episode is incredible visually, really making its case there. And Marinette for best character. I snuck that in there. And you can find those at overlyanimated.com and vote for Ladybug. Also, come chat with us at our Discord, overlyanimated.com/Discord, about Miraculous Ladybug, and consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/overlyanimated. Thank you very much to all of our patrons, especially our patron of the podcast, Alec, aka Frozone. And thanks as always to our patron executive producers, John, Ryan, Steve, Alex, Andy, and Hugh. Upcoming things on the Overly Animated Podcast: Ruby, Mysticons, Adventure Time this upcoming week, and I don't know, other stuff. Find all that at overlyanimated.com. More Ladybug next weekend, so that's gonna be fun. Anyway, yeah, let us know what you guys thought of the episode in the YouTube comments and website comments at overlyanimated.com or on Discord, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.